Well, would you look at that? Look what the cat dragged in. Get it? Because she's got the cat.
Look at my lips. You're ruining it.
You know what? Just for that, here's 100 codes. Here's here's another 100 codes. So these are the gold and the ruined. I'm sorry. I thought, you know what? And then here's the 100,000 essence codes. I thought it was a good joke. Hearing back at it, yeah, it didn't really sound too good. Also, to the newcomers, appreciate you guys supporting me. I've already sent you all you guys as your guaranteed codes, so you don't need to fight for these codes. God. Anywho, getting back to things. So here she is. Here she is. This is my first look at her, like an in-depth, well, HD look, should I say. Can I talk to her? What did she say?
Huh?
I'm curious right now. Maylin Fisher. What? Oh. Okay. Are we not gonna get any more? Really? They're teasing us. Oh, I was hoping to get some sort of convo out of her to see if we can figure something out. But yeah, no, I can see the cat. I mean, she's got the cat purse, so I mean, clearly they're going with that type of style for her, so that's fair enough. Alright, that's not what we're here to talk about. So, pretty much, Maylin is going to be the next SSR, as it shows right here. Now, we don't know if it's going to be an SSR or if it's going to be an SR, because technically speaking, we're still waiting on the next SR and who the next SR will be. So who knows, because technically speaking, she's a C rank character that reawakened into A rank. Although Libra is also an A rank, but still, you never know. You never know. This could be a little trick on Netmarble's side to be like, oh, look at this new character. That's the next SSR. Psych, it's an SR. There's a new SSR coming about. That could be the case. Who knows? But the big thing on what a lot of people are talking about is the fact that she's coming across as potentially being a water attribute character. Straight after when Alicia just released, and we all know how Alicia is holding it down, especially with how she's elevated the water attributes. We really need Maylin to come in and to support it even further. I mean, I won't be complaining. I mean, I'll take it. But it really comes down to in what form and what role she's going to be playing for the specific typing. So once again, obviously with the release of Alicia and that obviously she's changed and now she's more DPS, her and Jiwoo together are doing insane wonders for the water attributes. Obviously, if you want to fill in the gap to kind of maximize your water team, then it'll be between Nam and Jiwoo, of course, in terms of just filling that final slot. But I will say with water attributes right now, they are looking extremely solid. Now, the thing about Maylin and why people are, or why she's kind of coming across as a potential water attribute is because that's the element that she works off from. So just to give you guys the backstory, if I can remember correctly, I'm just going to kind of shorten it down from you guys. She was living in the US by the name of Berry. She found out that her homeland was China by the name of Maylin. She then went to China to live there. As she was growing up, she found a cat in like a box, cardboard box, etc. It was raining, I think, I'm not too sure. She then took the cat in, and then the cat was unwell. They went to the vet. The cat died. Oh, she named the cat Berry, by the way. So her USA name, she named the cat Berry. So the cat died. She was sad. She went to a dungeon raid to kind of get her minds off things. They thought that they found a raid where there was just magic crystals, but the enemies were hiding, and so the whole crew just got absolutely smoked. Maylin was about to get smoked. She was sad. She was crying for help, for Berry, etc. And then Berry just appeared out of nowhere using her water element magic, whatever. And then she used the fishing toy rod for cats to kind of maneuver Berry around to kind of beat the enemies, I guess, if you want to call it that. And then yeah, that was pretty much it. And then she did a reawakening. She's then classed as an A rank now, and pretty much it's her and Berry working together. It's the cat, so she really is heavily utilizing her spiritual cat magic power as her fighting style. So that's pretty much the premise of this character. And so with her working, with it being orientated around the whole cat spiritual thing, it leads me to believe potentially a support character. Because if she is going to be a water element, or well, a water attribute, right? If that is going to be where they're going to place her in, then it comes down to what the water attribute needs. Because right now, I'm just going to say it, DPS is covered. Jiwoo and Alicia together, if you well, if you do what, because I've applied the crit side of them, right? I've catered the crit side of these characters, and these two girls are dropping disgusting amount of power. They've also got shield going up between the two, which is fantastic. Jiwoo herself has got break coverage, which is fantastic. The consistency of the skills popping off, very, very nice, of course. So in reality, I think that final slot to where how we're catering it to between the two SRs is that I think we just need a nice little support to come in and just to help the girls out. Maybe provide a little bit more survivability. Maybe she could come in and do a little bit of healing. Who knows? I was thinking more on the line of what the cat could do. Right? If it is a support character, what could we have the cat do? Maybe the cat could be a buff. Maybe the cat could make it so that if we apply the buff, or the cat maybe latches onto our teammates to where maybe the cat will absorb some of the damage. Maybe we could get a damage increase. Who knows? Right? Maybe we can get additional attack going on. So for example, if the cat is up and running and it's attached to all of our teammates, when Elise is doing a core attack, the cat's also getting a few hits in, right? Some additional damage being applied. That's the kind of premise that I'm kind of trying to think on the spot on what we could expect. But I think for me personally, that if we did get Mei Lin coming as a water attribute, I want to say she could be like a ranged support character. Because if they are going to make it so that we're kind of controlling the cat from a range using the rod, then that could be a thing. Unless Mei Lin herself also gets scrapped into the middle of things and Berry the cat just kind of comes in between the combos, if that makes sense, right? That could be a thing. But in terms of what we could expect, I feel like her harnessing the spiritual power of the cat, or her cat, should I say, I think that could be a key thing in terms of applying buffs and debuffs, I want to say. Now, I will say this right now. One of the things that I'm hoping for a future water attribute character to kind of utilize is, where is it? There are specific debuffs that I'm hoping to get, and that is making it so that, because right now we've got Lisa who's freezing like an absolute chaotic monster, and I was wondering that maybe at some point, if we can get a future character that also applies his freeze, maybe make it so that they apply cold ice, get that additional going. But more importantly, deep erosion. Increases damage taken by targets that have elemental weakness by 24%. I think that on a support character will be fantastic, because then that also makes it that character is universally used in multiple combination and team builds. So that would be dope. If we can make it so that she can make it that the Berry the cat can apply the deep erosion effect, debuff onto the enemy, that will be insane. I would absolutely love that. And then of course maybe through the dupes we can raise the percentage on that one. Who knows? But that's kind of like two of the things that I'm hoping for like a future water attribute character to apply. And again, I do feel like with that on a support character, that will work just as nice. So food for thought on that one, on what we think. Now, on top of that, if she's not a water attribute, or if I had it my way, what attribute would I like her in? I'm just gonna say it. Wind. For the love of God. Wind. And I would 100% probably lean her more towards a ranged DPS character. Again, this is going outside of the attributes now, because to be fair, light, good, sorted. I'm sorry, Min and Cheyenne is like the best combination in the goddamn game, right? These two together are putting in the work. Dark, I haven't really tested out Lim just yet, but with the buff recently that they've that they've gotten, I feel like Dark right now is doing a-okay. I feel like they're fine. With actually, to be fair, I think it is a split between fire and wind, because one thing which I'm really heavily wouldn't mind seeing from the fire attribute is actually I wouldn't mind seeing a support for fire, to be honest, because we've got range, we've got an amazing breaker. I think if we can have like more support for fire, I think that would have been pretty spot on. But I think at the very least it's the wind attribute that really need the god honest help, because as it stands, I want to say Park Loki's kind of holding it down in terms of the support play that she's providing. But yeah, I would preferably like a ranged DPS or a mage DPS version of Mei Lin coming in and to support the wind attribute even furthermore on. especially with the buffs that we've gotten. Maybe Jin is somewhat good now. I've still yet to put work into him, because I'm trying to fix up my dark teams first, so that way I can do a video on that. So there's that. Dongzo, I'm running low on tier 2 artifacts to level it up, but we'll get there. But I think for the wind attribute, that's kind of what I'm hoping for. I think that's what we kind of need, in my opinion, just that third slot. Although at this point I wouldn't mind anything, because I feel like with a new SSR coming into the game for whatever attribute, it's going to be absolutely insane. Because I mean, back-to-back Cheyenne and Alicia have been absolutely well. To be fair, Beach was the first SSR to drop, and he came in as like top 2 DPS character, like straight off the bat. Fantastic. Cheyenne comes in, takes the #1 spot. Alicia comes in, she's insane how she's elevated the water attribute. So far, new releases of characters have been absolutely amazing, and so for that, we know that Maylin's going to be coming in hot in terms of how good she's going to be. It really comes down to on what attribute she's going to be in to help that attribute out. And in my opinion, I think I am literally going to be hoping for wind or fire. I think right now that's kind of where my eye is set on where I would like her to go. But with the lore and everything about the character, how she works with the water element, if she is going to be a water attribute, then I would probably lean more towards a supportive side of her. Maybe she can provide healing. That could be a thing. Yeah, I think that's kind of what I would probably go with, unless they want to make her so that she's DPS supportive. That would be insane. I think I think at that point, yeah, that would be somewhat crazy. Unless they do like an RNG, it kind of reminds me of a character from Honkai Star Rail. Maybe there's like an RNG side of her with the cat. That would be insane. I mean, that would be fun too. I think gameplay-wise, that'd be a lot of fun. So if it's fire or water, support. If it's wind, I want it to be DPS. And then dark and light, they can chill. I personally don't want it to be in any of those for right now. Unless, no, my luck, she comes in as dark. Oh god. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. What do you all think? What are we all thinking? She's gonna be a war, isn't she?